you there, boy, what day is this? Why, sir, 'tis Bondmas Day.
Oh, ho, ho. Merry Bondsmas to all of you out there in podcast land.
Merry Bondsmas, listener.
Bondsmas Eve? Then the Blofelds have done it all in one night.
There's still time.
Hello, and welcome to a beautiful seasonal episode of Kill James Bond. Happy holidays. It is the Christmas episode. I am November Kelly. I am joined, as always, by my fellow ghosts of Christmas, past and future, respectively, Abigail, Thorne, and Devon.
Hello, listener.
How you doing?
I guess we're all kind of ghosts of Christmas present in that we're presenting
Nice.
our Christmas film to you.
The Ghost of Christmas podcast.
Interesting. Yeah.
Ghost of podcasts yet to
And then the
be.
ghost showed me a Zencaster page that I was logged into, and it was my name on the login credentials. Dear God, what have I done? What will I do? So, yes, we've done 3 Die Hard films now in a row.
Oh, yeah, we
for
have.
3 Christmases.
Mm-hmm.
And for our 4th Christmas together, I thought we would switch things up a little bit by doing Die Hard 4.
So the bit is now coming really to fruition with these next 2 years.
It's nothing to do with Christmas.
This is not even
A film which is in no way a Christmas
They
movie.
say
If it's
the
anything,
holiday
it's-
weekend at one point, and I went, oh, but it's the 4th of July holiday weekend. And I'm like, oh.
Could not be further from Christmas.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so this is Die Hard 4 or Die Hard 4.0 because
Live free
this
or
is the
die
one
hard.
where, in the words of America's greatest president, Donald J. Trump, everything's computer.
Everything's computer.
Everything's computer.
I was so excited when I saw that everything's computer. And they fucking tell you right away. First frame of this basically is like a guy on a computer. He's hacking, and on the screen it says like password hacking, like ... Algorithm as a progress bar. Yes! Here we go.
It sort of makes me want to do a little mini hacking season because it made me miss the film Swordfish, the worst hacking
I knew the
film.
movie was going to be this because
We
this
gotta
movie
do
came out
hackers.
in 2007, listeners, which was a very specific time after The Matrix, but before the 2008 financial crash, when so many movies, and like The Matrix sequels were still coming out, so many movies, including this, just like got really, really envious of The Matrix. And like you can feel this movie like hating The Matrix, but also like really wanting to be The Matrix as well.
Yeah, sort of an egg movie in that way. I mean, one thing I think this movie thinks about The Matrix is that movie is when you do really intense color grading, because you know how The Matrix is very like green wash.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is almost unwatchable in places because they just knock every color out of it except like browns and yellows.
I think the fact that it is the 4th of July like holiday weekend really drives that home, because the previous Die Hard movie was also a summer movie, and they took their time to make it look as hot as possible, like there was like boiling, whereas this, it's cold. It's like weirdly green. It's grotesque looking in places.
Yeah.
Like, honestly disgusting a little bit. Yeah.
Because they're trying to be The Matrix.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it looks very, very strange, and it's like very contrasty, and it's just kind of unpleasant to watch in a few different ways. We'll get into this though, because I will say, as we were locking in to watch this together, my wife Gwen, I love my wife. She is the savior of this episode and the next episode because
all hell Gwen.
immediately prior,
I'm a big fan of Gwen.
so am I. But immediately prior to recording, I, in the course of cleaning the office, knocked the router off of its kind of perch, and it just took a 5-foot fall onto, carpet, but it just took out the whole internet. She fixed it last moment. I love my wife.
that's
She is a
incredible.
perfect angel and a wonderful engineer. I just need you to know that, to contextualize, that she said the most insane sentence I have ever heard in my life when we were sitting down to watch this. She says, unprompted, "Oh, this is the only Die Hard I've ever seen."
What?
What are you talking about? How could that possibly be the case?
I don't know.
This is the worst one we've yet seen as well. I feel sorry for Gwen.
Yeah, so do I. I want to introduce her to the magic of Die Hard 1,
Die Hard 1's
Die Hard
pretty
2.
good. Die Hard 2 is
Even Die
okay.
Hard 3 is pretty good.
Die Hard 3 is great.
Die Hard 3 fucking
Love
rules.
Die Hard 3,
Yeah.
genuinely.
But instead, she only got the hacker one.
Your wife should come over to my house and we'll watch Die Hard.
Sure, that's fine. We'll all sit on a big sofa together and watch Die Hard.
Yeah, sure. This is the other thing you need to know about this episode is that we're drinking.
Yes,
and
yes.
that situation is only going to get worse.
I would say I'm normal at this stage, but I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Someone gets exploded right away. So, all right.
Well, before anyone gets exploded, we've got to know that like everything's computer.
Everything's computer.
And the way we know that everything's computer is that they hack the 20th Century Fox logo.
Fuck, they do. Yeah, that's why I stood up and was like, "It's computers." Yes.
Normal intro thing, and then they glitch it a bit.
They glitch
and
it.
all of the credits are like all caps Bruce, vertical stroke, no caps Willis.
Amazing.
Which is just beautiful stylistic choice because it's on the computer.
Some dudes are hacking, and one of the dudes who's hacking is Justin Long, who is appearing in this movie as not Neo from The Matrix.
Yes.
He's in the Neo room. Like, there's loud music playing. There's like loads of screens. There's code and shit. He's in the Neo room.
He looks a bit like they kind of zemped Adam Driver.
Yeah. And he's on voice chat. He's on voice chat with Maggie Q. And he's writing an algorithm for her, and he's sending it to her, and he like sexually harasses her as men on voice chat often do, where he's like, "You've got a sexy voice."
Yeah, it kind of gives you the like quickest timer from first appearance to sex pest outside of a Eurospy movie that we've seen. It's like 0.003 seconds, like an F1 pit stop. He's just like, "You got a sexy voice," and she's like, "Thank you, I've been voice training."
It's like I've never seen numbers like this since Roger Moore. I'm looking up on my wall, but I got a big frame picture of Roger Moore. Number one sex pest of the podcast.
Solemnly taking it down and putting up a picture of Justin Long.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to put up the picture of Justin Long, but I got... Oh, yes! Yes!
November's just shown us a signed picture of Robert Vaughn.
It's not framed, which it really should be. It's just,
how dare you disrespect my uncle like that?
You think that you have sort of like quiet days in your life. It turns out you never have a quiet enough day in your life that take your picture of Robert Vaughn to get signed is your sort of action item.
That sounds wonderful. My God, if Robert Vaughn ever came through Cardiff, I can't imagine what course he would possibly fucking have to do that, but I would immediately get him to sign something.
Well, first he'd have to burst out of a grave, but I'm not sure why he'd come to Cardiff after that.
Okay, well, I want him to stay away from Cardiff then. At all.
Last voyage of the Demeter, but arriving in Cardiff instead of
Christmas
Grimsby.
Eve being visited by the ghost of three ghosts that are all Robert Vaughn.
Last Vaughn of the Demeter. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
It's pretty good. That movie's not good, by the way.
Is it not? I haven't watched it.
There are many hackers who are all submitting a piece of a big program to Maggie Q. They're not aware of each other, right? And then one of the hackers, after he's delivered it, his computer gets fucked up. It glitches. So he presses Control-Alt-Delete, and it's the computer that kills you instantly.
Yeah. We get a shot from inside the fucking like computer tower of 3 C4 blocks, all of which are labeled on the external C4. Explode and kill this guy. I wouldn't put that in my computer. Just number one.
In Keir Starmer's Britain, that's going to be mandatory to have in your computer in case you ever use the internet.
I know
wrong.
what's in my rig. I think even if I had a sort of lane type setup where everything in my room was computers, I would still be aware of whether or not there was blocks of C4 at any point in my setup.
Doing a computer build stream and just putting in the C4.
Here's the C4. It doesn't work without it.
I think I'd be okay because like the C4 in there, it's kind of like I don't have like trays for it, so it's just kind of diagonal, and the blasting caps are like falling out.
Your C4 is like loose. Fuck you! You put the C4 in a tray, November. We've had this conversation.
I'll get
Secure
around
it.
to it. It's on my list. Immediately underneath, take my Robert Vaughn picture to get framed.
You're moving house again. You're holding your computer. The C4 is jiggling loose inside as you walk.
I had to do that. Yes, I had to carry this computer case with a bunch of like loose hard drives.
It's one of those transparent cases too, so they can all just see the C4.
It is. It's transparent. It's got a big window on the side. Oh, sorry, Abby. I interrupted you like 9 times just then.
Sorry.
Please.
Yeah.
No, I was. So this guy, he presses Control-Alt-Delete, and then he logs all the way off because his whole house blows up.
He gets killed along with his roommate, who is seen playing Gears of War, the original one, which really takes me back.
IMDb trivia.
I get hit 3 times in quick succession, like Penchak Salat, by bits in this credit sequence. Because first hit, Gears of War. Second hit, this is based on the article a farewell to
I
arms.
saw that. Yeah, I fucking read the article yesterday, and I tried to reopen it in advance of this, but I've been told that I've read my last free article on Wired. So
Oh shit!
Whoops.
Yeah, based on a Wired article. And then the third one is that Gwen turns to me and doubles down on this statement that she made, because she then says, "I've seen this twice, maybe 3 times."
I would say if you're gonna watch 3 Die Hard movies, I wouldn't go for Die Hard 4 3 times. That wouldn't be.
It's an unusual choice.
I've seen the Die Hard trilogy: Die Hard 4, Die Hard 4, and Die Hard 4.
Die Hard 4, yeah.
Watched it all under different names. Yeah, I watched Die Hard 4.0. I've seen Live Free and Die Hard.
Live Free or Die Hard.
I've seen...
To be fair to her, I think this must have like run on the same TV channel that me and Gwen got as kids or something, because like I've also seen this one more than any other. They must have run it on British TV somewhere where Gwen and I were.
I'd never seen this before.
This is another way that me and Gwen both really watched like Tenchi Muyo a lot on Toonami. So there must have been some kind of like strange
Psychic link
we were in
there.
some kind of zone that was happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, so at this point, Maggie Q uses the algorithm. She puts all the pieces of the algorithm together, and she hacks the FBI cybercrime building, and we get an all-time "they're fucking our pussies" scene.
It's so good.
Because
Immediately.
the head of the FBI is just like, we've been hacked. It was a DDoS computers hacking in the cyber.
It wasn't quite DDoS level, but they kicked our door. They fucked our pussies a little bit, at least. They just tipped our
English
pussies.
Poindexter.
Yeah.
They're fucking our pussies, right? So somebody's doing computer shit.
I'm so fucking happy that neither of you brought this factoid up, because I cannot wait to tell you this. During the explosion outside that guy's house, there is a single frame of the director Len Wiseman's then wife Kate Beckinsale. Just in the movie, one single frame of Kate Beckinsale. Here she is.
Why is there a frame Kate Beckinsale?
It flashes because he was married to her at the time. And he put one single frame of my wife into the movie.
Do you remember in Rambo where they put like the
That's
sound of a
sweet.
donkey in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just sliding Kate Beckinsale across
Just
the table.
putting a wife in. Is this so she can technically get a credit or something?
I think the color grading
think
in Die Hard 4 is weird. It's because there's a 15% opacity Kate Beckinsale layered over every frame.
Gwen's like, I watched it a couple of times and it burned Kate Beckinsale into my TV.
Weird. What the fuck? That's so weird.
Yeah, 55-inch OLED TV with Kate Beckinsale in Die Hard 4 burned in. It's like, how did you do that? That was one frame. You had to leave it paused on.
Well done. Well done. Love a
Just
wife
more
guy
movies
director.
should have one single frame of Kate Beckinsale inserted. That's
Meanwhile, in a car, a young couple are making out, like in Zodiac.
absolutely.
And like in Zodiac, they are interrupted because as the guy tries to get kind of handsy, and the girl is telling him like, hey, no, I don't do that because I'm going to be the like sort of protagonist of the movie's daughter in a minute, and I can't be like kind of sexually active. John McClane raps on the window.
Bruce Willis is like, hello,
Bruce Willis.
I'm Bruce Willis.
Bald. Looks
very
like
bald.
looks like Michael Chiklis in The Shield now. Don't like it. It's fucked up.
Drags the guy out of the car, and she at this point gets out of the car, and I realize, holy shit, that's Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
It is, yeah.
Ramona Flowers from Scott
It is
Pilgrim.
Ramona
Hello.
Flowers, yeah.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
John McClane is woke in that he tells the guy that no means no, which
does, yeah.
which will in no way make up for the rest of this film's attitude towards women.
No.
He looks like he's on a lot of steroids. He looks like a cop, brackets extremely negative, like for real now.
He does look like a cop, yeah.
It's
He
really
is,
uncomfortable.
But it's not, I don't think they're meant to make him look that way.
Yeah.
But so they're estranged, him and his daughter, and she's like, Dad, don't interrupt me, and then she sends them both away. She's also changed her last name, which is the same thing his wife did in the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, to Gennaro. There's a thing, the other movies, all 3 of them, try their best to make John McClane relatable early, as like, this is a guy who does not have his shit together, right? Like he's afraid of flying, or like he's got the cop apartment full of like old Chinese takeout boxes, or he's trying to get home for the holidays.
Absolutely.
Shit like that, right? This movie does not make John McClane relatable early. It makes him this kind of like terrifying, hard-ass protective dad early. Like he intimidates the like boyfriend off. And it's like, I guess that's relatable to an aging fan base of these movies, but it kind of just makes him seem like a dick.
Right.
Yeah.
The aging fan base is, I think, the key point here, because like you can really chart the importance of this guy's wife over the course of a Die Hard movie. It's all about wife in episode 1, because you're watching the movie, you're identifying with him, you're like, I love my wife, I'm a young man. And then by this point, then you have the action movie where they've got a daughter and I got to go rescue my daughter or whatever. And by this point, I've got an adult daughter. She hates me, obviously. My wife's divorced from me. I'm the audience for this movie.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, it prefigures a lot of, this came out the same year as Taken, right? So clearly there was a kind of feeling in the sort of like action movie kind of workshops, as it were, that like what people really want is like daughter peril and like vengeful dad. We want a vengeful dad movie.
How old is Mary Elizabeth Winstead supposed to be in this movie? Because it's not clear.
She's meant to be a college student because they're at her college.
18,
also,
19,
the other thing about this is that John McClane is not funny. And John McClane used to be funny.
He used to be.
And it gets to the point where the script is like dog ass in the first place, but it gets to the point where you're sort of writing a funnier one in your own head. Like he scares the boyfriend off. He gets back in his police car and they call on the radio and they're like, hey, what are you doing at Rutgers? And I go, I don't know, didn't study hard enough. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do anything.
He doesn't do that.
Perfect joke beat. He's
Ideal.
like, I do cop stuff. It's nothing.
Yeah, they should have hired us to punch up the script. Yeah, in 2007 when I was how old was I?
I don't know if I would have been prepared at the time to punch the script up. How old were you? 7, I think.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the FBI, now that they know that hackers are lightly fucking their pussy, are like, we got to round up all the hackers in America because those are the only people it can be. So this now falls to John McClane, who is getting the call that's like, the FBI need you, because you're a senior detective, to go and like pick up this one guy and like drive him to DC where the feds will interrogate him. Right.
Yeah. So we then cut to Justin Long's hacker room, and again, I'm saying, have you seen The Matrix? Because it's just he's listening to the same type of music. Also, it's so fucking weird because like this hacker character who's like drinking energy drinks and like staying late up into the night on voice chat. There's no way in hell that this character in 2025 isn't a femboy. So it's amazing to see this character played by a cishet white guy. It's like seeing a movie about a fucking coelacanth.
Yeah, it's strange. It's also this character's name is Pharrell, and his handle is Pharrell, like F4R3LL, which at the time they didn't know would be a joke about a big hat, but now can be.
And he's talking to a guy called Warlock, who is also just replaced with letters. It's WAR10CK or something. Yeah.
This is how hackers work.
God, imagine if somebody had a screen name where there's just 2 of them with numbers. It's crazy.
I want to highlight also the song specifically that he's listening to. We get a blast of the music video, and it's "I'm So Sick" by Flyleaf, which
and Gwen goes, "I love that song."
It's as did the beautiful wife I was watching this with. It's like, oh my god, is that fucking Flyleaf?
Wives love Flyleaf.
It seems.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, it seems.
I had to attract a wife.
So
Flyleaf.
Crazy,
okay,
that's on the soundtrack to Die Hard 4.0. The only other song on the soundtrack for Die Hard 4.0 is "Fortunate Son" that they play 8 times.
Oh, that's true. Much like Battlefield. Fuck, what was it? Battlefield Vietnam.
Oof.
But so we see that Justin Long also has 2 bricks of C4 inside his PC case.
Like, what's going on here? Did they ship these guys the computers to hack for them?
Just install this special RAM in your...
It says C4 on the fucking outside.
This is where Mossad got the idea. And they thought, maybe we can streamline this a little bit, you know? But so, as he's about to hit the delete key and explode himself, John McClane rings the doorbell and is like, "Hi, it's me, John McClane from the Die Hard movies."
And so outside, the goons who were in the sinister van, they're like, "Oh, he didn't hit delete. We'll go to plan B," and they lock and load. They're French.
Yeah, there's a set of goons.
I appreciate a Eurogoon. That goes back a bit, you know.
It's 2007. They're mad at France because of fucking Iraq.
Freedom fries. Yeah, they are. Yeah. And they had a German bad guy in the first one.
They're still like, the French are one of the evil nations, like China and
Yeah,
Russia.
yeah.
They're like the Taken guys were like Eurogoons. I'm pretty
I love
certain
Eurogoon,
like
I really do.
the guys in like Hostel shit like that. The 2000s were a fantastic time.
Hans Gruber, Die Hard 1 was a Eurogoon, wasn't he?
Time is a flat circle, you know? But so these European perverts, weirdly, they're a lot sort of more sourceless than the Eurogoons in Die Hard 3, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But they do lock in.
They're not fucking.
And so John McClane, he like intimidates his way in because he's intimidating now, and he's not funny, and he's not the underdog at any point in this movie, really, which were all the reasons why you liked him.
That's what he's meant to be.
He's just this guy, this wide man, this guy shaped like a vending machine knocks the door and
It's
is
like EastEnders looking motherfucker, this Ross Kemp ass bitch. But so he looks, he's like, yeah, you're right. In the first few, he was an underdog, and that's why he was fun. And this is why this movie doesn't feel like a Die Hard movie. It feels like a script for something else that got turned into Die Hard.
It's interesting because Die Hard 3 was sort of at the point in American culture, the last point at which it was sort of plausible to be like, oh, the cops have it so difficult. You know, after that, total cop rule made it sort of impossible to do that, and so now he's more of an operator. You know,
yeah. He breaks Justin Long's Gundams. He like fiddles with his Gundams. He's like playing with dolls.
Yeah,
police brutality.
What the fuck? You know? My Gundams.
Yeah,
and he's looking around. He's doing all of this boomer like, what the fuck is this gay shit for women you got in here?
Yeah, it's really. He's just walking around this guy's dark room. Go on.
I have a fucking theory about this, right? This is Abby's lock-in. This is Abby's theory of why computers are gay, okay? So a computer is a machine that performs a task. It does labor for a man. And in that regard, a computer is quite similar to a woman in the patriarchal construct, right? In that it's a man's helpmeet. It exists for man. However, there is a big difference, which is that you cannot fuck the computer. You also cannot bully the computer into doing what you want through force of will. The computer only appreciates technical mastery, right? You have to learn how to use it, and it only responds to your skill. So if the computer is not your equal and you cannot fuck it, it's not a woman, the computer must therefore be gay.
That's true. That is well true.
Since 2007, there has been a concerted effort to make the computer into something that you can both strong arm and fuck.
Yes. The AI girlfriend. This is why they want
AI,
this.
Right there. Bam.
Yeah. Because ever since the British government force femmed Alan Turing to death,
I want to be able to browbeat the logic machine.
Yeah, ever since they force femmed Alan Turing to death, there's been a quest to like make computers into computers you can fuck.
Yeah, and I mean, this is of a time when using the computer sort of feminized you, right? Like,
oh yeah, because the big action.
I mean,
that
turns
Bruce.
out that's true.
Well,
yes, again, we didn't know quite the way in which it feminized you.
No, we didn't understand that at the time. So at this point, you know how I talked about in the raid, I have my favorite sniper team in the world, the ones who like have a little kiss before they try and like perfectly dome you off.
Sync their breathing up in like 2 breaths. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, this is my least favorite sniper. This is, in fact, I describe him in my notes as the world's least sniper because he has a rifle with a bipod and a scope on it, and then he just hits the like full auto switch and just sprays the entire room with bullets. No, it's not sniping. It's back in the day, 24/7 instant respawn 2-fort, like this would have been unacceptable.
This is
you know. It offends my sense of sniper ethics.
If he really wants to get my respect, he should take that sniper rifle and just run at them with it. You know,
melee.
Specialize in melee fights.
He should be doing 360.
Meanwhile, the other Eurogoons are sort of like coming up the stairs.
They are.
McClane and the hacker sort of like dive for cover. And notably, at no point does John McClane call for backup because that's gay.
Yeah.
No, he just becomes grimly determined and just starts shooting. Yeah,
he just locks in.
Cracking off Bond one-liners too. He shoots a fire extinguisher and blows one of them out the window, which admittedly is sick. Then he's like, "Ooh, that's gonna wake the neighbors."
Could have had
the
a better
spinning
liner.
Die Hard logo.
Yeah, because the gunfire wouldn't have done that. Also, that's a real case of like writing the problems with your script into your script as you realize them. Like, hey, why are there no neighbors in this? Oh, I guess. Also, the fact that he uses a fire extinguisher as a kind of like explosive red barrel. This is a gamer movie in all sorts of ways, and this is the first clue. So the goons come in. They spray the entire room. Weirdly, I like it from these guys. It's pretty good, like, kind of suppression. It's a good gunfight.
I think if it's got to this stage, go ahead and spray the room. But if you have a sniper, you shouldn't be doing it.
I would like to institute an award here.
Oh my god!
Should not like a full medal, maybe like a certificate or something, because this feels like a notable and a rare enough event to need to observe, which is the award for using a fire escape to escape a fire, because that never happens.
Never seen anyone do that in a movie. Yeah,
it's just never done. They blow up the apartment and it catches fire, and McClane's like, "Oh, we just used the
let's go down the
fire escape, which we have."
One of his Gundams falls on the delete key and blows up the bomb.
Yeah. McClane locks into chest high cover again because this is a gamer movie.
Mm-hmm.
The sniper guy though, all snipers can be characterized as one of two things. Almost all I would say are menus. This guy, on the other hand, is parkour.
This is parkour. So he's like,
he goes Matt Hancock mode.
Yeah, he does those kinds of flips.
He kills your nan.
Yeah.
Casino Royale was the previous year. I've just looked up.
Yeah, shit, nice. He parkours down the building onto the moving car, which is sick. John has another fucking, is the circus in town line? At this point, like, we do get some very funny moments because one of the henchmen is hanging out of the car window as they're driving along, and the other guy parkours onto the bonnet, and it's kind of like the henchmen are competing to see who's going to get the Kronstein.
Yeah, they're both.
Which I quite like.
If you attack the driver of a vehicle, you are in automatic.
Yeah, but does it apply to the driver of a vehicle you're on?
Yeah.
Well, so we will find out later on because there's multiple people competing for the Kronstein in this movie. But like, so they get away.
Yes.
And at this point, the goons get the call from Maggie Q, who's like, "Oh shit, I got to pass this up the chain of command to the villain of the movie, Timothy Olyphant."
Who I didn't recognize with hair, insanely.
Yeah. He's just like, "Hello, I'm Timothy Olyphant. I'm the villain of the movie."
He's playing this quite autistic coded as well. Like he's making a lot of like too hard eye contact and lots of like weird kind of head motions in a way that I sort of don't love.
Like an evil Sheldon.
Yeah.
Like Sheldon.
Exactly. Evil Sheldon.
And he's got them working out of like a secret base, which has got like a truck, like a tractor trailer, with like computers in the back.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. They must have insane like Huawei 5G shit going on to get that much internet signal now. But okay. So Bruce Willis and Justin Long, they drive to DC. This is where we get it's fucking 4th of July weekend. They're playing Creedence Clearwater Revival on the radio.
Yeah, Fortunate Son.
They're playing Fortunate Son. There's a bunch of American flags, and there's a black helicopter that's got a bunch of French guys in it over DC. And I'm going like, is he saying something? Len, are you trying to talk to me right now?
The French mercenary attack on DC was a lot like Vietnam.
It's kind of a Vietnam. I feel like, I don't know if he's trying to say so. I think there might be something sparking in his mind as he puts these images together. But God knows.
So by the way, as they leave New Jersey, McClane calls in the shooting because the script remembers that he should probably do that, but he doesn't do anything. He just like goes, "Hey, I killed like 2 French guys and blew up an apartment. Bye." Does not interfere with anything. Then they drive they're driving through they're driving through like Philadelphia on the way to DC, and you get the CCR on the radio, and you get this conversation that's meant to be like, how it is in our country today in 2008, which I can loosely describe as Boomer versus Rock Against Bush Volume 1 guy.
Yeah.
Because McClane is, I don't know if he was ever plausibly a Creedence Clearwater Revival guy in the old movies, but he is now. Now that he's sort of that bald, and he's like, this is real music, like classic rock. And, the kid is like, the media's controlled for like the profit motive, which is a kind of radical notion for me to suggest in 2008. And McClane basically calls him a hippie and tells him to shut up.
Yeah. Justin Long's like, "Oh, you listen to the news? It's all fucking corporate propaganda." And it's like, this was deemed to be a kind of like out there opinion in way back when this movie was made, and now it's just like uncontrovertible.
It's like clearly true.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up,
you're an idiot if you don't think that. Yeah.
What are you saying? Crazy
and
shit.
McClane's like, "What do you listen to?" And he's like, "Transsexual podcasts, obviously. 6-7 skibbity toilet."
Yeah.
Get with the fucking times, old man.
Just like audio of porn in one ear and the Bible in Chinese in the other.
So Timothy Olyphant is like, "All right, time to commence Operation Fucking the United States as Pussy Phase 2.
evil Doge attacks.
Yeah, which is it takes the immediate form of turning the big do the Italian job dial that's in every traffic control center in America all the way up to too much.
Yeah, because of fucking computers. Because everything's on computer now.
Put it on the computer, and now some guy, Timothy Oliphant and Maggie Q, can turn all the traffic lights green and make every car crash into each other.
Yeah. There's traffic jams everywhere. It's girl dick in every direction.
It's girl dick, however you could. They've gotten to the point where they know how to make people on the computer, which is unfortunate because they do that a lot in these like big crowd scenes.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh really? Are there like PS1 characters walking around in the background?
There's a couple of like the kinds you would see on like an architectural render or something like that.
Fucking like FIFA crowd members in the background. They get out of the car. John calls him Hack Boy, which is such a fucking weak
It's
insult.
like they've got no idea. They've got no idea what to say.
Yeah.
Come on, Hack Boy. It's like, actually, that rules. That's sick, actually.
Yeah, it's like, we're going to try walking. We're going to touch grass, right? I know you're not familiar with it, but we're going to try jogging. And so as the entire population of Philadelphia exchange insurance details, Timothy Oliphant is like, all right, phase 2.1, we got to fuck with the FBI some more by setting off the anthrax alarm in all of the government buildings in the Northeast.
Now, this is very smart because it means that all of those government buildings are canonically evacuated, so we can film it now with nobody, and it's gonna be fine.
I do like
Smart.
the guy who hears a tone of alarm and goes, "That's the anthrax alarm," as if you have to sort of memorize different chords for specific like shit that's happening.
I believe that guy does. I like that guy a lot.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, I'm flagging pretty badly, and I'm going, I need to see Kate Beckinsale again. You should be flashing Kate Beckinsale up to
Yeah. You're not going to see Kate Beckinsale. What you're going to see is Operation Fuck the United States' Pussy Phase 2.2 crash the stock market.
Yeah, because that's computers
They changed
too.
the computers display. They don't even fuck its pussy, but they changed the display so that the arrows are red and pointing down. But all the stockbrokers are like, "Oh shit, sell," and then it causes a panic
Not
on Wall
stonks.
Street.
Yeah,
Timothy Oliphant, not stonks. Timothy Oliphant quotes Lenin at one point just to be like, "Ooh."
He looks at the sort of traders on the floor and he's like, "Useful idiots," as Lenin would say. Which,
like, all right, man.
Okay,
amazing.
Sure.
Pretty sure he wouldn't have said it in English, dipshit.
Yeah, it's interesting that this movie is like a massive stock crash, and they made it in 2007, came out in 2008, and everybody watching this was like, it's never going to happen. I'm pretty sure.
Stock crash. That's ridiculous to imagine.
Be almost as funny as talking about it.
Crash.
Yeah, about talking about a 2008 stock crash movie in a podcast in 2025. Fucking hell. I am Biden moding. What's wrong with me?
By 2026, with the crash is coming. Good luck,
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
Invest in podcasts. Podcasts are never losing value. £5 a month.
That's true. £5 a month, unless we have to jack that way up. Unless you have to sort of pay for it with like a
£5 a month. Costco hot dog.
We're only getting more valuable. And you know what else, listeners? And this is a moment of sincerity. This podcast will never fucking use generative AI, so you can take that to the bank.
No, Christ, no. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's not. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Anymore.
So at this point, the FBI director is like, shit, our pussy is like well and truly being fucked right now. He asks to speak to a number of people. One of the people he asks to speak to is the Secretary of Trans.
Yes, he does.
I would also be one of my first calls. I would have had a drop for this, but I don't.
The aforementioned disaster that occurred before recording. Yeah,
they're working out of the truck from Inside Man for the rest of this because they're like, well, we can't be in the office in case the office is full of anthrax.
Yeah. Because of computers.
Yeah.
John brings in Justin Long.
Yeah. And he shows him the big board of like all of the guys who got exploded playing Gears of War. And Justin Long is like, I've never seen these guys before in my life. To which John McClane goes, why do you have so many points in lie?
Yeah. It's like you've seen them before in your life, otherwise.
Yeah. And Justin Long correctly assesses what's going on, which is what he describes as a fire sale, right?
Yes.
Which is essentially you break everything. Yeah. I would have called it something more elegant than that, but it's a fire sale because everything must go.
It's a national cyber pussy fucking. The entire US's pussy is being fucked.
They're pulling the US's ponytail. They are gripping the front of the US's neck with their other hand.
Yeah,
like,
Lady Liberty is being bent over.
You love it.
Mm-hmm.
The idea being that if you only fuck one cyber pussy, then the system can like readapt and rebuild itself afterwards. But if you fuck every pussy at once, it's absolutely over. Everything's
if
computer.
you think we're being sort of vulgar or misogynistic with this comparison, we're not. It's the one the movie makes. It's just we are sort of like lightly dialing that up for satirical purposes. And I should say by like 0.5%. It gets pretty much, it gets weird and psychosexual.
It really, really does. At this point, the bad guys hack the emergency network to transmit a YouTube poop to every channel in America.
This is actually really fun. I like this as an idea.
This goes hard. This is great. I like this. Yeah.
This is a good bit. Yeah. They cut together a bunch of different American presidents to be like, it'll be like Kennedy says the word our, Nixon says the word pussies, and then Reagan says are getting, and then Obama says fucked, you know?
Yeah. Like really
good.
Fun, really good idea. And then like when they finish that off, we cut to the inside of the van, and one of the guy goes, I tried to find more Nixon clips, which I read. Yeah, quite fun.
Yeah,
the YouTube
but they're like,
poop
you
lament.
are under attack, sus, none. And then, like that's it. There's not really any meaning to it. They're just doing it to be funny, I guess.
They're just freaking everyone out, basically, which is it's working. We see that it's working as fuck.
Yeah, and we see as they're like, well, they're freaking everybody out. They're really distracting everybody. And I go, it's Die Hard 3 again. You did this one. This is Die Hard 3.
Yeah. But it's not as good because you don't have Jeremy Irons being a sinister German man.
Yeah.
There's no riddles. There's no gay riddles.
It's another robbery.
Do you remember the gay riddles from Die Hard 3? The game were good.
I do. I miss those gay riddles. Instead, we're just getting YouTube poops now, which is, society. I think this kind of could be compelling.
Tall Bart is transmitting remixes of Penis Breaker.
Weirdly, of a sort of a similar time period, the last Splinter Cell game they ever made, RIP to that franchise being good, did a similar plot beat and did it with a kind of effective creeping horror in places, right? Like it was possible to do this.
Shout out to Tom Clancy's daughter who listens to this podcast.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Your dad's
intellectual property had some pretty good video games in it, I guess. But
mixed.
We got to talk about feds.
We haven't mentioned our head of the FBI cybersecurity division, who is, of course, Cliff Curtis, playing Bowman, who is spending his entire time walking around being sort of like just being in charge, right? There's not a ton of character to him.
Although you say that, he is a good guy, right? And if you think about the relationship that Die Hard or Die Hard 3 had to the feds specifically, it gets a lot kind of stranger because in those movies, it's like the feds are interfering and conspiratorial and gung-ho and thoughtless and will fuck everything up. Whereas in this one, the feds are sort of trying their best and they're good people. But in order to preserve that, they have to invent a kind of fed above the fed.
The feds? Yeah, I love the feds in this movie.
Who do all of the same dynamics, but to the FBI. Like there's like an NSA guy and a Homeland Security guy who show up and they're like, hi, we're from the federal government. We're not going to tell you anything. And we're going to sort of like fuck you over. So they store them in the back.
We're going to hang around and then give you some information later on.
Yeah.
But at this point, there's a scene where John and Justin Long are going out to the car, and John's like, they could never fuck the United States' cyber pussy. Really? No. You kidding me? They could never fuck the United States. And then Justin Long has this line where he says, after Katrina, it took 5 days for FEMA to get water to the Super Bowl. To the fucking Superdome, where the people were. And then the point is, like, the US is not as strong as we think. And it's like, oh shit, this movie is not about being transgender.
No, and it's a movie that includes some real 2008 vintage leftism, in as much as that was a thing.
Yeah.
2007, of, hey, George Bush doesn't care about black people. And the United States is extremely vulnerable to sort of attack because of its hubris, for one. Also, I said about the feds. They actually reference Die Hard 1 here. Just to kind of, there's one of these along every 10 minutes just to keep you engaged. To be like, oh, so like in Die Hard.
Like your fucking heartbeat raises a little bit.
John, you got to take Justin Long to next location. We'll give you an escort, and the guy escorting them is called Agent Johnson.
Yeah.
And McClane is like, like in Die Hard 1.
Oh, that's what that line was. I'd already forgotten.
That's the name of the
the guy in the helicopter
Guy in the
with the sniper rifle. Yeah.
So they're driving to next location, and
Justin Long is sort of like looking for his keys, except what he's looking for is a meal deal. Every scene he's in, he's like, I have not eaten in like 2 days. Can we stop for something?
Like, I'm dying. My blood sugar is fucked.
I've only eaten like Red Bull for the last few days.
Oh god,
that's all I've eaten.
Yeah.
Living on a diet, pure Monster and fucking
opening
Takis.
the fridge, it's just Diet Cokes and Red Bull
and a Reese's
Zeros, man.
Fast Break.
Also, John turns around in the seat and he tries to do his like intimidating shit
Really
again, but he's taking into account driving time. So he says, "You've got about 14 minutes to tell me why you recognize those guys." And I'm like, "That's not a very urgent threat."
I can mess around for a bit before that. You know?
Yeah, I got a solid like 10 minutes before I even need to start thinking about it.
Just answer some emails, yeah.
You get a direct line to Bruce Willis, by the way, where someone says, "You're a man out of time," to him. They goes, "You're a Timex watch in a digital age." I just want to put a
we're
pin
about
on
to
that.
get to that.
Because Timothy Olyphant like traces their location.
Not yet.
That is exactly. Sorry.
First of all, Justin Long is like, okay, the other hackers, they were my competition. We all made a piece of the cyber pussy fucking algorithm for Maggie Q, but I didn't do anything wrong. And at this point, Doug, Timothy Olyphant and Doug are hacking their radios. And Maggie Q is on the radio directing them like, okay, go down this street instead.
This is fun.
And Justin Long's like, yeah, it's cool. Justin Long's like, I know her. I recognize her sexy voice. My notes say all American women have sexy voices.
Very funny to be like, I recognize her from that time I sexually harassed her as well.
Yeah, it's like, remember earlier when I said out loud, that's a nice voice you have, just to make sure that was in the movie. It's like, this is a fun idea. The team takes over the car's navigation system and starts putting them towards. It's good. I like it a lot.
But when they rumble them, John gets some misogyny in because he's like, cut the bullshit, honey. Just put your boss on. And I'm like,
the way he rumbles them would be kind of fun. Like
if they delivered
it a bit better. Well, he's on the radio. She's pretending to be the police dispatcher, and he's like, "Hey, you must be wild with all the like 1287s running around." And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's nuts." And he's like, "Yeah, it's the code for naked people, so I know you're bullshitting me." And that's when he hits her with a like, can I speak to a man who has like interiority, please, honey,
please? Yeah.
Timothy Olyphant's like, hello, John McClane. I'm reading your file. Your wife hates you. You posted a really weird thing in the Telegraph about how your old friends who are comedians don't talk to you anymore. It's really weird. Someone should do a mental health check. Anyway, if you shoot Justin Long in the head right now, I'll type $1 million into your bank account. How about that?
Yeah, because he wipes his 401k.
He
takes all the numbers out of his bank account, which is really funny.
My numbers.
Fuck! It's all computer.
And when he won't do it, that's when he says you're a Timex watch in a digital age, which is meant you're meant to be like, damn, that's hardcore.
Fuck.
That's you're the line a man of the out of movie. Time. John McClane.
The average person knows what a Timex watch is.
But they direct them into the middle of nowhere, and they attack him with a helicopter. Or the parkour sniper is shooting out of a helicopter at them.
Yeah.
All the FBI guys get killed. If you remember how, even in Die Hard 3, right, the chase scene, you had a lot of like fun dialogue. You had the like, hey, which way do Catholics like cross themselves? North, south, west, east, right? This movie, this sequence, all of the dialogue is either get down or hold on. And that's
it's all that,
There's no sauce. There's no sauce.
No.
They're not
just plain
quipping when I want them to quip. They're not, there's no juice. It's unfortunate.
So McClane commandeers the car. Rare appearance from the FBI police livery here, and leads them on a car chase, and then knocks the guy out of the helicopter.
This is fun. Again, like good ideas.
With a fire hydrant.
He runs over a fire hydrant and then like parks over it for a second until the helicopter's above and then rolls off, so it like squirts him out of it. It's like there are some good ideas here, and they're not shot interestingly. I'll say that
it's a movie kind of written around the stunts.
Well, but like
some of the car crashes are really good too.
Ideas here, and everyone is a Flash and Kate Beckinsale. I'm like,
So to escape the helicopter, which is still pursuing them, he drives into a tunnel. And Timothy Olyphant goes, hack the tunnel
now.
Yeah,
again, fun, stupid idea. He's going under this tunnel that's closed off, and Justin and fucking Timothy Oliphant is like, open up both ends of the tunnel to full traffic and then shut all the lights off.
Yeah, just allow American drivers to do...
Which is a great bit, so long as you don't remember that cars have headlights.
Americans can't drive
with their lights without the lights.
That's true.
Yeah, that is fair.
These are the real, like, suicidal, like, Arc de Triomphe drivers from John Wick 4.
I wrote that fucking down, yeah.
As soon as they have the slightest opportunity, it's like, car crash, death,
American driver.
death.
The second you sense you're in a situation, it's like pedal to the fucking metal. It's like, I'm getting out of here. I'm standing my ground.
Bring the car to an uncontrolled stop against the nearest opposite facing car.
Yeah, a lot of these civilians definitely fucking die. There's like cars getting flipped and shit. It's cool.
They're fully getting flipped and everything. Yeah, they're like flying through the air. There's one where you get this like fucking obvious for the trailer shot where like a car flies at our two protagonists and it lands on the bonnets of two other cars, like nearly hitting them. It's like fun ideas again, but
so McClane like he like stashes Justin Long somewhere. He like puts him to the side. He takes him out of his inventory.
Yeah, he goes like, sit here for a second. I got to do some trailer shit.
It's time. Yeah, like goes. It's time for us to part ways. And Justin Long goes, "Fine, I'll be back at the camp." And then he gets into the FBI car, drives it at the helicopter, which is at the end of the tunnel, and then sort of dives out of the car at the last second, allowing the car to ramp up a toll booth and into the helicopter, destroying it, knocking the French parkour sniper out of the side where he's just fine.
Yeah, he lands on a car.
Mr. Parkour, he's still here. Keep your eyes on him. He'll be back.
Mr. Parkour.
This is unfortunately sick.
The problem is, right, it's sick, but then the movie has to spend a couple of minutes after everything that does that's sick going, did you see that?
Yeah.
Which is what Justin Long says to him after seeing it. So, hey, you just blew up a helicopter with a car. And I'm like, I know. John
McClane's like, I was out of bullets, but a bullet I hooked.
It's the first rule of screenwriting. Show, then tell.
It's a two-screen experience, you know? You got people are on their phones and shit.
Yeah, you got to say it. You got to make sure to say it. You got to be like, holy fuck, you're going to have to backspace about 20 seconds if you want to see something awesome.
They fly
People are playing
now?
Snake on their 2007 phones.
They've flown since... Anyway. What the fuck happens now?
He gets to a police station where nothing happens.
Yeah, there's so you get a little cut in here where some guys are setting up in a government facility, and this is the point where you see them admitting that it's a movie and that not everything is computer, because this room looks like a kind of combination HAL brain and TARDIS.
Yeah.
Just like panels and things like that.
It's the National Data Administration, and the Doge move in for the next stage of their plan by like infiltrating it disguised as hazmat anthrax guys.
Yeah, and that's just going on in the background.
This movie has about 50 different shots where a guy takes off a disguise and then shoots the guy who noticed him with like a silenced pistol. And this is one of those times.
Pretty good.
It's cool. So a guy sets up to like, presumably fuck the United States' pussy some more. To, like,
you're obviously you're led to believe that's where the United States' pussy is. Like,
it's the strategic pussy reserve.
Yeah.
I actually wrote down, because there's a montage of him like putting in like a DVD and stuff, and I wrote down, this guy's an incredible hacker because he managed to get a USB-A in the right way the first time. Which
they teach you that in hacking school.
The stunts in this movie are really something.
They just had to like show him putting it in upside down and just cut down. That's movie magic. That's a silver screen.
This is where we get the deep fake of Congress getting blown up.
Yeah,
unfucking believable to see a movie do the Austin Powers Dr. Evil. No, that was actually just a clip from Independence Day, but it proves the point I'm making. Unironically, they take over the airwaves yet again and put like a view of the Capitol on the TV, and they're typing
into the Chiron insane formatting, because it's like, what if you called 911 and no one answered? ? Ellipsis. Which don't do that. That's bad formatting.
It's ellipsis ?
Yeah, absolutely. It's fucked up. But then they throw up the Capitol. They play America the Beautiful, and they blow up the fucking Capitol. They hit the fucking Capitol.
Yeah, and we see Cliff Curtis go, "Oh shit!" the capital, that's where America is, and like run out to see if it's there, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Still there, don't worry.
And we get a shot of him and McClane both looking at the same capital because Americans, you know?
America.
Cool,
man.
They psyoped the fucking capital.
My favorite guy is a guy who's in a barbershop because John McClane is watching this thing on the news, on the TV through a barbershop window or something like that, or a cafe or something. And there's a guy in there who goes like, can you put the news back on? And I love him because he hasn't been paying any attention all day. He's just there reading this book. He's like, what the fuck is that?
Guy who's had Fortunate Son stuck in his head all day.
This is the bit where Justin Long is like feeling guilty. He's like, oh man, I thought it'd be cool to like tear down the system, man. And
I
John
thought it would be
McClane's
cool
like,
to rock against Bush. I thought it would be cool to be an American idiot.
I thought it was so cool to hands across America. He genuinely looks directly at the camera for a second in this shot where he's going like, I thought it would have been cool to do to do a fire
tear down
sale.
the system. And then Bruce Willis is like, it's not a system, it's a country
full of people.
Cool. It's a whole country full of people. You're talking about people.
He's like, now listen,
man.
you're the lead hacksaw #1 pussy fucker who's not dead yet, right? So if you were the pussy fuckingist guy, where would you fuck pussies next? And Justin Long's like, well, look, the thing about a fire sale is there's some pussies that you can't fuck over the internet. You've got to go to there
some
in
pussies
person.
Are physical.
Like electric power, nuclear power, gas power. And he's like,
the
all the
pussy?
electricity on the eastern seaboard is controlled out of a physical building in West Virginia. Like that's where they've got to go next, like logically, right? So they're like, fuck, okay, shit, we've got to go to West Virginia.
I guess this is your statement of the movie, by the way, out of John McClane here, because he's going like, this: a country isn't just like a computer system you can fuck with. It's people. It's full of people.
Yeah, it's two guys looking at the Capitol and knowing it means the same thing to them because they're both Americans. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure that won't age badly.
Let's do woke January 6th as soon as humanly possible.
They have to steal a car for this.
It's coming up, you know?
John McClane was definitely a January 6th.
John McClane was full fucking force. It's January 6th, no doubt.
So they have to steal a car, but it's a smart car.
He didn't know where he was at the time.
It's like fucking like remote, like it's got like a low jack on it or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's one of it's like cars are fucking computer now as well. By the way, 2007.
You got to have a bit about how customer service is irritating. Immediately prior to this, we'd established that they'd shut down all the phones as part of Operation Fuck America's Pussy, but.
Oh, they didn't fuck down the Toyota service line, buddy. That's gonna stay around.
So, like, beg a woman on the phone to like start the car by confecting a story about how his dad's been shot. And there is a kind of funny bit here potentially that they also fuck up in the telling, which is she goes, "What's your name?" He has to rifle through the glove box, and the name is Dvorak Shazhensky, which is kind of a funny name to read the first time, I guess.
Yeah, kind of funny. Like, oh, you gotta help me. My dad's injured. His name is Dvorak Jovjensky.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing here.
But it's just delivered so flat. Like there's no humor, there's no irony in any of this, that was one of the things that made Die Hard charming. You know, and like the progression of an action movie series, any series, even actor, like Steven Seagal, right? Like Out for Justice, right? He beats the shit out of a bunch of people with a pool ball and a sock, right? But there's a kind of irony to it. There's a kind of knowingness to it. Fast forward to like Steven Seagal making a movie filmed entirely in Belarus for tax purposes, where he never has to get out of a chair. Right?
He's seen it all movie.
Somehow, because he knows that's ridiculous, he's dead serious about that. Like, and it's just this really sad thing that happens with every action film almost, where it gets like more self-serious as it ages. And
it's a shame as well because in Die Hard 3, Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson had some good chemistry, and I don't think this is a slight against either Bruce Willis or Justin Long, both of whom are like good actors. Yeah. They just don't have the same rapport. They just don't seem to be clicking.
Part of it's a real cultural thing in that John McClane as a character, right, meant to be kind of relatable, everyman, underdog, bit of a man out of time in some ways, out of place. In Die Hard 1, it was because he couldn't keep up with the fucking yuppies, right? Because he was just a working stiff. And then the same for all of that. But like we lose that kind of, we got a bit scared of that almost proletarian sensibility of like, I'm just a working guy. And we thought that people won't like that. He has to be like he has to look more like a thumb with really bad vasoconstriction, you know? And so he's just scary in this, and it just sucks.
It's not nice. They try and have a scene on the way to the Eastern fucking power block in West Virginia where he's like saying to Justin Long, he's like, I'm not a hero, I'm a beta, I'm divorced. I've been playing around in ChatGPT creating a game about lesbians, and you have to figure out which one's trans troll.
Just picked up all the ingredients for a carbonara, including the pan and waiter.
Yeah. And then Justin Long looks directly down the camera and he's like, I think being divorced and bald is cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's like,
sick.
Cool.
His thesis statement here is, because like Justin Long is like, how are you so calm about this? Why do you keep doing this? Why are you that guy? Like the hero. And he goes, if there was somebody else to do it, I would let them do it, believe me. But there's not, so we're doing it, right? Which is a kind of like limit of plausibility, I guess, you hit when you do this to the same character 4 times.
Yeah. It's like, I guess this just happens to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just lucky, I guess. Better line, probably. I don't know. But so we see Maggie Q disguise herself as the FBI. They take over the like West Virginia power facility. And once again, somebody goes, "Hey, you're not the real FBI." Gets shot in the head with a silenced pistol. Classic.
Nice.
Every Hitman run goes this way. But so they infiltrate the location, and of course they find the guards dead.
Yeah.
I thought the point of doing all of this shit remotely was that you could do this shit from like China or Alaska or a disputed island between Russia and Japan. But somehow, despite doing all the stuff they need to do in person, Timothy Oliphant is still driving around in like a tractor trailer just in the US to set up the rest of the movie.
That's a good point. I would have done this from outside the US, actually. That would have been a good thing to do. But anyway, so John and Justin Long reach the control room, and at this point we have one of the most upsetting scenes in the movie. We start off with some misogyny, because John gets Maggie Q at gunpoint, and he goes, "Playtime's over, sweetheart." Okay, misogyny.
Gross. Yeah.
Straight away, right? And so he gets in a fight scene with Maggie Q, and she like does some like high kicks and stuff. And again, this is where the movie is just like, so upset about the Matrix, because John gets his ass kicked and then he goes, "That's enough of this kung fu shit. I've known some bitches in my day," and then like just like punches her. And
he beats her unconscious. Like
he does beat her unconscious, and to the point where like even Justin Long is in the scene reacting like, "Holy shit, did you just punch a woman unconscious who's like half your size?" And John's like, "Yeah, fucking keep unfucking the pussy on the computer," right?
There's something that happens when sort of writing fight scenes where it's like male characters and female characters, where to avoid this queasy feeling of watching a man beat a woman unconscious, you either have like 2 women fighting or like some intervening circumstance, which is sometimes it kind of annoys me. Sometimes that as a creative constraint leads to actually better fight scenes. Like The Night Comes for Us is a great film, which involves like 2 women kicking the absolute shit out of each other because they're too scared to film a man doing it. Sometimes it bothers me, but in a kind of like, well, we can't have a woman fight as hard as a man. But in this case, it is just nakedly misogynistic that they don't do that, because it not only does it not occur to them to do that, but it's not like, oh, we're going to set these 2 characters on an equal footing as like they're both fighters. It's like, no, this is a woman who fights like kung fu style, which is foreign and gay and suspicious and deceptive.
And of course, she's wearing high heels and skin tight leggings.
Yeah. Whereas John McClane, American hero, just straight boxer, just punches a woman in the face full force a lot of times. And this following immediately after the I got divorced and it kind of left a hole in my life conversation.
Yeah.
Makes it pretty clear that this movie is kind of working out some aggression towards women.
Yeah. Towards, like, I think the only named woman in the movie, right? Well, no, sorry, not true. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as well. But it's not often that we get a scene that hits all 4 points of the scum spectrum.
Oh, it's really bad. I was watching this thinking this is like...
It's quite disturbing.
Unusually, like, rancid time in American popular culture. So John gets kicked out of a window because she, like, recovers because she's tough, kicks him out of a window, and he has to fight his way back up.
Yeah. Justin Long tries to punch her and she just like twists his arm.
Yeah,
threatens him, which I'm like, hell yeah,
kind
queen.
of fun. Yeah.
fully on her side at this point. John gets in a car, bursts through the wall in an SUV.
My fucking God. This is
rams
genuinely
Maggie
like,
Q with it.
if I had to describe the kind of subtext of a lot of American film or American culture, it is this scene which is sort of use car aggressively on bitch, right? Like it is car versus woman. And like from someone who very clearly prefers car. And I don't know, maybe I'm reaching here, but you can see downstream in American culture a few years later, what if you just ran over the women who are your enemies, you know?
Yeah, I thought that too. It's really it's like disturbing, this scene. So he rams her into an elevator shaft, and the car is left dangling in the elevator shaft. She's still alive.
She's tougher than John McClane has been in any of the previous three movies. She's like a fucking
Terminator. Talk about fucking Die Hard. She starts climbing the truck to keep fighting him, and I'm like, this is Cronstein Rosette material.
But the problem is, what they've kind of done here is if you'd given her more background and more lines, she would have been the John McClane of this movie, right? Like, but instead, it's just we have to keep raising stakes for our antagonists.
John tells her to smile pretty, and then punches her unconscious a second time.
He chokes her a bit with a seatbelt and says, "That's not too tight, is it? This is weird and sexual and sadistic." And
it's really fucked. I don't like this scene at all.
It's really fucking uncomfortable. There's another goon who starts shooting down the elevator shaft at them. Justin Long hits him with a pipe. His gun falls into the car. Maggie Q wakes up, still not dead. Cronstein Rosette grabs the gun.
At a certain point, she just wants this more.
She does. Yeah, her and Mr. Parkour are fucking vying for it. But she shoots up at John, who like jumps onto the elevator cables just in time, and then they fall down the elevator shaft, and the car hits Maggie Q and blows up. And I'm like, R.I.P. Fucking great. I wanted her to win that fight. She was great.
You can kind of turn the facets of this and go like, it would be nice to have a female character who died hard, as it were, who like fought the whole time, was like insanely tough. And you know how action movies reset for the next generation after Taken with John Wick, right? Which we'll talk about in due course.
Oh, we'll get that.
Let me do Kill John Wick.
John Wick likes to turn the dial woker on this one, where it'll be like, we got like one sort of woman brackets duplicitous, but like who John kind of weirdly respects or is merciful towards. This is not that. This is much more rancid than that, because then, having killed her, John rescues Justin Long and then calls up Timothy Oliphant and is like, I'm going to do a bunch of misogyny to you and racism.
They keep doing this too. So like Justin Long counterhacks him and sends them a bunch of pop-ups to like slow down their pussy fucking operation. One of the pop-ups is for barely legal Asian girls, and Justin Long says like, now that your girlfriend's dead, you can look at this, and it's like, she just died and you're sexualizing her. And also, I mean, like, point of order for the scriptwriter, Justin Long didn't know that Timothy Oliphant and Maggie Q were a couple. They kissed in one scene earlier on, but he wasn't there for that. So how did you know that?
So John like tries to provoke Timothy Oliphant so that they can like trace his location or some shit like that to keep him on the phone longer, which is, that's the ostensible justification for these lines, where he's like,
he does this twice. He does it once now, and then he does it much worse later on.
He's like taunting him. He asks him about the little Asian chick who likes to kick people.
Yeah. Last time I saw her, she was at the bottom of an elevator shaft with an SUV rammed up her ass. So like the violence against her is sexualized.
Nakedly sexually violent. Yes. Yeah.
This will get worse later on, listeners, if you can believe it, right?
And so Timothy Oliphant is on his webcam being like, that's a kind of fucked up thing for you to say. And they get a screenshot of that and send it to the FBI, who are then like, oh shit, that's Thomas
I know this guy.
Gabriel.
This is the Oliphant. He's in
the Hitman movie?
He's an ex-Fed, because he had to be an ex-Fed because no one else, no foreigner could be good at computers. Like,
yes. And you need to know the systems from the inside as well. And it makes so much more sense to be like, he built this. That's why he knows how it's pussy.
He's the pussy fuckingest guy around, almost as pussy fuckingest as November Kelly.
He made this pussy. Interesting point, by the way.
He made this pussy? Whoa.
He fucking made this pussy.
He sculpted it.
This director, by the way, he did all the other Underworld films, and he also did Ballerina, which is the
Oh,
John Wick
okay.
movie with Ana de Armas.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't either.
I kind of
Interestingly, it
don't
doesn't
want
interest
to
me
now.
at all, despite the fact that on paper, what if they did John Wick with Ana de Armas is something that I think I might have asked for on stage for this podcast before.
It's the Ocean's 8 thing again of being like,
I
oh,
just
you
don't
wanted
wanna.
this with women? Well, how about you have your separate sort of lower budget, less marketing, and worse people involved in making it woman version of the movie? Anyway. So
I have nothing to say about the ballerina franchise. I hope it goes on to employ many people.
I hope they make a movie a year and they're all absolutely serviceable. I will watch them. Fuck it.
Sure. So so yeah, we find out that he made.
And they keep making Underworlds as well.
The two feds, because again, I'm interested in this thing of being like we have to have feds above the feds, because the kind of centralization and the escalation of these things has made it so that like post 9/11, you gotta sympathize with the federal government. Those are the good guys, right? But so what if all the stuff we wanted to say that was negative about the federal government was like a separate, more secretive, worse bit of the federal government?
The deep state.
The deep state. And so the two deep state guys are like, yeah, so there's this one like facility in Maryland, the one we saw them hacking into earlier. The one we saw
this
them
is way later.
Is it? Fuck.
This is way later. Yeah, way later.
Okay.
First of all, Timothy Oliphant and Doug hit the big hack and blow up the building button, and they blow up the building.
Yeah, this is a fucking cinema sins ding 120 decibels. Why do you have to hack that building in person if you can destroy it remotely? And destroying it does the same thing, which is turn off all of the power and trap John McClane's daughter in an elevator.
Don't know. But they do.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to John McClane's daughter. You weren't getting away from this movie, pal. We got Mary Elizabeth Winstead for this.
Stuck in a lift. But McClane and Justin Long get thrown clear, and they're like, shit, well, the only option is we've got to go to Baltimore. We got to see Warlock.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go see Warlock.
Which means they have to fly there because there's a helicopter.
Yeah, they steal Maggie Q's helicopter.
If you have any sort of hesitation about John McClane as a character flying a helicopter, what you get instead is a callback where he's like, I used to be terrified of flying. Just like, yeah, you used to be a normal guy. You used to be a guy who happened to be a cop, but it wasn't even that relevant that he was a cop.
Yeah.
The whole time through it, he's basically been like, don't worry, I've done 3 other Die Hards. This is probably going to be no problem for me.
Die Hard 1, he wasn't climbing through a fucking elevator shaft because he was a cop. They don't train cops to do that. He was doing that because he was a guy. Like,
if he was a real cop, he'd have just stood by and done nothing and let all these people be killed.
Yeah.
They fly to Baltimore to see Warlock. Instead of a funny joke where Warlock is a sexy trans girl and Justin Long is surprised, which would have been way fucking funnier.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Smith.
It's motherfucking Kevin Smith, baby.
Bob.
It's Silent Bob. It's still your cyber pussy still pones my taint brown area or whatever.
Brown area and balls and so on. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, if he's in no more scenes, that's a Kronstein guarantee. Fucking the other one. Kaufman guarantee.
Kaufman. He is in more scenes, unfortunately.
He is, unfortunately, in one more scene later on. So
we know 2 things about him. 1, he's got a CB radio set to an emergency frequency.
Cool.
And 2, he has, despite being a hacker, a webcam plugged in with no tape over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
crazy.
Bruce Willis doesn't know what Star Wars is, and they're like, "Oh, you don't know what Star Wars is?" And it's like, whatever, man. The Acolyte hasn't even come out yet. Star Wars is still warming up.
Who cares? Like,
Adam Warlock fucking Google's next stage of plot.
Yeah,
and this sets off a Google alert in Timothy Oliphant's trailer. He calls them up, remotely activates the webcam and is like, hey, stop trying to fuck my pussy when I'm trying to fuck the United States' pussy. And this is when John gets his second run at be racist to this guy to keep him on the phone.
Yeah, crazy to do it once, insane to do it twice.
It's a weird edit. Like, genuinely, you sort of wonder whether they meant to cut one of these scenes. So, firstly, he does a bit where he reasons his way to the existence of hench, because he's like, I've killed so many Eurogoons. You got to be running out of Eurogoons. Where do you get them? 1-800-HENCH. It's like, it's an app now, John. Keep up.
It's an app,
However, instead of spooling that bit out over the course of a podcast episode, he immediately detours into anti-Asian misogyny.
Yeah, he says, I bet you're still on hold with "Can I get another dead Asian hooker bitch over here right away?"
Really like nasty, and it's
the
like
skinny
mean,
little ninja chick. She was smoking hot. I'm like, you disgust me. You killed this woman with a car.
Yeah, this is awful.
So Timothy Oliphant's like, how about fucking this, big man?
Yeah.
Your daughter's stuck in a lift. I'm gonna fucking get her and I'm gonna kill her.
He shows Bruce like, I gotta stop calling him Bruce. He shows John McClane like a feed of his daughter in the elevator, and it takes like 4 or 5 attempts before John comprehends that she can't hear him. Just keeps yelling like, "Hang up the phone, dog. Lucy. Could she hear me, dog. Lucy?" It's like, come on, man, come on.
So she in the elevator, she does say that she wants them to call because he pretends to be the elevator help guy.
Yeah, she's like, "Hi, I'm Mr. Elevator."
Yeah,
she's like,
do you want
my
to call
dad.
me? Call my dad. He's an NYPD cop, which is fine. That's sweet. Whatever. She gets rescued by the FBI. Again, it's more sort of disguised bullshit.
Guys. Yeah,
Pinched man.
And then we get a lot more like woman harmed as well, because they like take her to the lair and she like hits one of them. So like 2 of them hit her, and one of them says, "This bitch is a handful," which
so fucking gross.
Treat women normal, maybe.
Yeah, just be normal. So John McClane and Justin Long are just like, we got to go to the National Pussy Association building where they're fucking the pussy.
My God, that's the only place they could be.
Yeah. Where America's pussy is, we got to go there.
They liquidate the hackers. I want to take 1 second to note, one of the hackers in the fucking van is Charlie's pedophile uncle from Always Sunny. He looks exactly the fucking same. He's wearing the same outfit. He's got the same facial hair. It's Andrew Friedman. And every single time he was on screen, it was like a jump scare. But then, fortunately, at this point, they've gotten to the stage in the plan where you're done with these guys, so you kill them all.
Yeah,
naturally.
Classic.
So they pull the head hacker out and just ace everyone else.
Ice him,
This is also where the feds have to tell Bowman from the FBI, like, what is the National Pussy Building? What is it? And they're like, so as soon as the stock market shit happened in like scene 34 or whatever, all of the economy was downloaded to a computer. There's like a backup of the economy.
You know how dollars is numbers? Well, we put all of those numbers and therefore all of those dollars on one big external hard drive that is currently plugged into a USB in this one location. And this guy's going to fucking steal it because it was his idea to put it there.
There's a backup of the whole economy on the computer. And then Timothy Oliphant's going to download the economy. And then he could just like...
He's got the whole economy at that point.
He could take all of it, like all the money. He could just take it, all of it. And so that also means that this movie fits in with heist season, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all money heist.
Like, also, this is the pussy that he made. He built it. And then the feds never told the feds about it.
Yeah. Like, how did he know that the second we set off those alarms yesterday, all the pussies in America would start downloading to this remote server? It's like he built the National Pussy Backup Service.
He built it, yeah.
Like, he knows about this.
They infiltrate the National Pussy location.
Yeah.
John sort of like beats a guy unconscious and takes his radio, like in Die Hard.
Oh my God. So, okay, like I want to fucking talk about this fucking scene. John fights this goon and like kicks him down some stairs.
Ow.
John takes his radio and he calls Timothy Oliphant and he's like, "Yo, what up? I'm John McClane. I'm Die Hard from Die Hard. I'm going to come and get you." And then he fires the gun to like execute this guy over the radio. Just like murder. My notes say murder in all caps. And even Timothy Oliphant and Lucy McClane are shocked that this has happened, right? God. And then when he's like, "I'm going to come and get you, Timothy Oliphant," we cut back to John in the stairwell. And then we get some like footage of John moving this guy around and he's alive. He faked it, and we get some blatant fucking ADR where John's mouth is off screen where he says, "Don't move, I'll send a doctor." And then as he walks away, this guy's clearly just like not moving. And it's like, the script quite clearly had John McClane murder this man. But then they had to change it in post because they can't just have him commit fucking cold-blooded murder.
It's like, all the test audiences reacted exactly like everyone in the room were like, "Oh my God, did John McClane just kill
that unarmed man?" Like,
yeah.
Like, we got out of them. You want to put some pressure on that next scene.
So Justin Long gets separated and gets...
Yeah, Justin Long gets separated by he just enters a state of falling. Like he starts falling. I'm not even clear what happens. He just becomes tagged with falling and just starts going.
He clips through the walls or something.
crazy.
I don't know.
He clips through the walls, ends up
He gets scared,
next to the big USB drive.
Yeah.
Where he sets a password on it. He also says in like a very reverent voice, "Oh Jesus, they're going after the money," which I really liked as a guy who
so funny.
an hour ago was like, I used to think it was cool to smash the system, you know?
He doesn't go, hang on a minute, I could have all the money.
They're going for the money.
They're going to occupy Wall Street? So...
Whoa, that's America. That money's America.
There's a really funny bit here because it just flashes up that he's sort of set a password on it, but part of the sort of tech bullshit for this, it says that it's a 1024-bit encryption, which 100% took Gwen out, and I had to ask why, and the answer is that the password to unlock this, just as a number, would itself take up more data than exists in the universe. So
hell yeah,
that's a sort of
extremely
detail.
encrypted.
Yeah, maximally.
It's a little zip bomb.
Yeah. John, he's talking on the phone. He's like,
he's on the phone.
He's on the phone with the guy, and he's like, "I heard you used to be a Fed, but they kicked you out for like being too autistic. Why are you doing this now?" And the guy has some ideology because he says, "Better me than some," and he really puts the sauce on this word, outsider.
Some religious nut job, which again is tying into the myth that 9/11 was about religion and not about like American foreign policy or just like America's support of Israel, right?
We couldn't have some sort of outsider kind of getting in and fucking with
some Alka-Seltzer's gonna get in here and fuck our money.
But John's like, this is just the plot of GoldenEye. It's GoldenEye. You're doing a GoldenEye, but you're just gonna steal all the money. And he's like, yeah, well, you know, fuck you.
He goes like, what? I shouldn't get paid for my work here. Which
Timothy Oliphant at this point slaps Lucy McClane and might say, "Oh, so this violence against women is bad."
She's getting slapped more times in succession than like me in the hookup. It's crazy.
He hands her the phone to be like, "You talk some fucking sense to this guy. He's not listening to me." And she immediately tells him exactly how many henchmen there are left.
That's pretty cool. I like that. She's getting more John McClane as like sort of time goes on, which I think we're meant to be as that.
You'd think the next movie would use this, but no.
It'll be Mary Elizabeth Winstead is the
they send in the parkour mini boss.
Yes, Mr. Parkour.
Hell yeah, Mr. Parkour is back.
Determined to win the Kronstein.
Monsieur Parkour to you.
Monsieur Parkour unleashes le parkour.
Okay, so you know how if you think about like Jackie Chan movies, he talks about the way he sets his fights up is you always want to start your protagonist in the lower position of a fight. You want him to be like harmed in some way. You want him to have like his hands tied behind his back or something like that. In this scene, our protagonist is at the top of the fucking like silo, and Mr. Parkour parkours his way up the entire inside of the silo to get to John, which it's insane. He's in the dominant position for the entire fight. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's sort of a Synecdoche for the whole movie.
There's no stakes.
This is a much better movie if John McClane is the bad guy and just happens to have a daughter and one friend. But so they're in the like industrial space in the back of the server farm, and this has a guy mulcher, like a bunch of the big spinning blades.
Yeah, this is the big rock crusher that Benicio del Toro got in that movie.
They're like, it's for cooling the servers. Who gives a fuck? Whatever.
Sure.
It's here. That's what they say. But like,
yeah, we cool the servers with these spinning razor blades. And so the guy parkours around, McClane shoots at him a bunch, misses. The guy takes his gun, shoots at McClane, misses, and then McClane throws him into the mulcher, and that guy gets mulched. He couldn't parkour out of that, you know?
No.
It's just
shame.
So unceremonious. It's so good. Oh, he's gone.
No blood, by the way, because the movie's afraid of showing murder.
Bizarre. As McClane is closing in, the FBI are like, okay, we got to get helicopters and go out there and rescue him, and also send like an F-35 for no reason.
They'll come important later.
Which Timothy Oliphant hears, and he's like, okay, we all have to leave. And I'm taking...
Let's get in the big truck.
Captures Justin Long and is like, decrypt this. You are coming with me until you decrypt this. Until you enter the sort of like number that is longer than like everything that has ever existed.
Yeah.
on their way out, as they're being taken to the truck, Justin Long's like, "Oh, geez, Rick," and then Lucy McClane's like, "You got to grow a bigger pair of balls. This is important. I'm setting something up for later." Right?
Yeah.
And so they drive off in the big truck, two big trucks. John McClane shoots the truck driver of one of the trucks that he's on the outside of, thereby making a cheeky play for the Kronstein Rosette himself.
Interesting.
And he jacks the truck.
Yeah, holding the truck at the time as well, which is. But so he's in this like tractor trailer rig. They're in this little van.
Did the 9/11 hijackers win the Kronstein Rosette?
Yes. I think four of them did, right? So like the others, arguably it's a sort of corporate enterprise thing, but like, they did. So he's in this, in the like 18-wheeler, they're in this little like hazmat van ahead of him. He's trying to chase them down and they hack the F-35, sort of.
Yeah. They like direct it to the wrong car or something like that. They use computer.
Yeah, Timothy Oliphant like gets on the radio and he's like, I'm the Marines, just like you.
Yeah.
You see that tractor trailer? Destroy that shit immediately. Which they try and do. I describe this as, and don't get me wrong, I'm hyped for this next one, some Ace Combat shit, but somehow in a negative way.
This shit is fucking crazy. This shit is
I didn't know the F-35 could hover, but it's cool. It's cool.
Some of them can. The Marine ones can.
Yeah.
And
Rolls-Royce did a good job on that shit.
Yeah. But then the thing is, in order to do this, McClane drives into the Trackmania freeway interchange dimension.
He does, yeah.
Which is much cheaper to do sort of CGI effects in.
Yeah.
And he drives up a big swirly interchange that makes no sense. It sort of feels AI generated, even though it can't be.
Yeah, it does.
And again, everything is like yellow and sort of bronze colored at this point.
For a movie that hates computers, it sure is a lot of computers.
Yeah.
It's mostly computer.
He ends up sort of like crashing the like truck into the F-35 and grappling onto the back of it.
Yeah, the F-35 is like keeping pace with him as he goes up this fucking ridiculous helter-skelter ass interchange. It's just, absolutely ridiculous fucking thing. But eventually he ends up on the F-35.
Yeah.
He's like on top of the fucking
John
thing.
calls Warlock at one point and Kevin Smith's like, I'm still in the movie. Cool.
Which immediately I cross out my big Kaufman star for...
No, can't have it.
The F-35 pilot sees that the engine is like failing, which would have happened on its own if McClane had just waited. Ejects. McClane rides the wreckage down.
Some F-35 pilot who's listening to this podcast in the cockpit is like, hey!
My brother in Christ, watch the master caution panel. John McClane crashes the F-35 and costs the federal government $100 million.
Good.
Meanwhile, the bad guys get to the denouement warehouse where the climax of the movie is.
One of the guys, Benicio del Toro looking motherfucker, right? In Sicario 2 specifically. Italian guy, one of the Eurogoons. So now Chief Eurogoon, now that the parkour guy's been mulched, he's
one of the final goons left.
Yeah. So Timothy Oliphant throws him the handcuffed McClane's daughter and says, "Hold this," and the word "this" in that goes specifically directly into the misogyny file.
He threatens Justin Long into putting in the password that's longer than the universe. John bursts in and opens fire. Lucy McClane gets a moment of like, I get to do stuff too.
Yeah, she perfectly SIG P320s a guy because Benicio del Toro is like holding her, and she grabs his gun in its holster and shoots him in the foot with it.
Why did you store that cocked with the safety catch unlocked, dude? I wouldn't have done that.
If you'd waited long enough, it would have done that on its own. Also,
jiggling it.
The same thing. McClane does the same thing to another guard at the warehouse at the thing in West Virginia earlier, and I almost could have done the SIG P320 joke a second time.
Imagine it again, chat.
Timothy Oliphant gets John at gunpoint, and then John puts the gun into John's shoulder wound, and then John pulls the trigger so that it shoots Timothy Oliphant in the heart through his own shoulder.
But the way he does this is John's like, hey, watch your daughter get killed. Say something funny, John, which is also what I've been saying the whole movie. Do a line. Make people remember the Die Hard movies they like. And John goes, what about yippee-ki-yay, mother, gunshot noise? Because now we're scared of the word motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is so soy. I don't know what I want to say that, but like, you could say fuck. You could say fuck on the goddamn thing. You put the blood in.
We're fine. We're fine with the concept of ramming an SUV up a woman's ass, but not with the word motherfucker.
You spend this whole time being like violently misogynist the entire way through, and then you can't say fuck at the end. Ridiculous.
There are some fucking further insults though, because then Justin Long grabs a gun and kills the final henchman, right? I just want to fly that up. So I'm going to say who I said. Justin Long, because as we know from this franchise, masculinity is when you kill people with your gun dick, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. We know about all the way from the first one.
This is when, like in Die Hard 1, John's helper has to kill a man with his gun dick, right?
Yes.
So
to
great.
Get over killing that child they did.
Lucy is like, I respect you now, daddy. The FBI arrive. Great.
Yeah. The FBI hostage rescue team get to have a fun time fast roping in for nothing, which is nice. They
Yeah, cool. It's good they get to have fun with that. Yeah, Lucy introduces herself to someone as Lucy McClane at one point, just to be like, she's accepted her dad back.
I respect my
because her mum
father.
hasn't like rescued her from anything at all.
Yeah, Die Hard 1 is like you get a relationship with your ex-wife back. That's off the table now. This is a more divorced movie, despite the first two movies ostensibly being about being divorced. And so now it's just like you get a relationship back with your daughter, which feels sadder and worse.
Yeah,
like
because like your wife is someone who loves you. Your daughter is someone who's like allowing you to be in her life.
Yeah,
like, that's kind of it. It's
Yeah.
not like she's even going to commit to living with you.
And then weirdly, as they're all in sort of like getting in separate ambulances at the end, we've got to go back to dad moding in the most inscrutable possible way as a statement of masculinity, where he goes to Justin Long and he's like, "Thank you for saving my daughter's life. If you ever tried to pursue a romantic relationship with her, I would have to beat you to death."
Yeah.
Because I guess the assumption is in these kind of movies, that's what would happen here is it's like it'd be like, you can date my daughter and that's like your success.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't want to do it.
No, he looks at Justin Long and he's like, hey, computers
get fucked
aren't always gay.
They're clearly they're clearly so into each other, and it's like there's an implied sort of romance there that's gonna happen, but McClane is meant to be the kind of like hard ass about it.
And be a dad. He can't fucking do it.
For real though, because when Justin Long gets to the ambulance and goes away, Mary Elizabeth Winstead is like, oh, so did he say anything about me? And like, I just want to fucking highlight 3 scenes back. Lucy told Justin Long, grow a bigger pair of balls. Then he kills a man in front of her, and then she's like, "Oh my god, like, is he single?"
And she's like, "Oh, like, wow."
The movie is very clear about heterosexual masculinity being a violent fucking thing, and about how that's cool. And I'm just like, men, if there are any men listening to the podcast who are genuinely not transgender women, of which I understand there's not many, but there must be.
I believe that there's like 4 or 5, maybe.
You must understand that like this is fucking insulting because like your worth as a person is so much more than like monkey smash. Like you can do so much more for the world than just like hurt people and kill people and be dominant and violent. Like you're a human, like fucking rocks can kill people. Like germs can kill people. If you're a man, you can fucking love, and that is so much more important. But this movie is fucking insulting you by being like, yeah, in order to be a real man, you're the gender that does violence. And it's like, oh, fuck off. Like it's like genuinely fucking misandry.
Yeah, and like nobody even seems to like it or enjoy it or get anything from it. McClane's only reason for doing this is there is no one else who can do it. And then at the end when he's like, I'll beat you to death if you fuck my daughter or whatever, it's like it's so perfunctory. Like his heart isn't in it, and it never has been.
Tragic.
John McClane, transsexual woman. And then we end with CCR, and I write down in my notes in 72-point font, okay, boomer. I hate this fucking movie.
Can I say something about Israel?
Yeah, go on. Really,
I've never said no to that sentence ever.
So, fantasies and exaggerations of vulnerability are a great way to justify state violence. Like we've all seen over the last like 3 years, Israel's are very, very, very good at this. The US and Britain obviously very good at it too. We see it in fantasies of migrants as like military-aged males and benefit cheats and shit, right? Like illegal workers and so on. This film is another entry into that genre because it's like America is vulnerable to getting fucked in the cyber pussy, and that's why we have to kill Asian women with a car. And it's like, It's fucking disgusting, man. It fucking sucks. I hate this fucking movie, man. I've had a lot to drink on this podcast.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie. It's a really bad fucking movie.
It's really bad.
Maggie Q deserved better. She's a better actor than this movie. As is Bruce Willis, as is Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah. Glad she didn't have to be in the back half of it.
Timothy Olyphant. I think the thing is, besides the like obvious color grading, this is the script and the direction, like 100%.
Yeah.
And the script is
who wrote this?
Dog shit. I don't know. It's also like
Mark Bombach and Dave Marconi.
It's edited really uncertainly. I think again, like the thing we identified about the murder that becomes an like fake out. It's sort of like it's been through a lot of last minute edits.
Wow.
And it shows.
I just looked up the movies Mark Bombach has done, and he's a working director. He's just like putting out movies. 2012's Total Recall, The Wolverine, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Divergent series, Insurgent. He'll write your movie for you.
Same guy did the Wolverine. Right. I thought the Wolverine was not bad.
Are you thinking of Logan?
Possibly.
No, the Wolverine is the one that's in Japan.
Oh, I don't know if I'm thinking.
I think you're thinking of Logan.
You're thinking of Logan. Logan's the good one.
Okay. The Wolverine is the one where the woman says that she has a degree in biochemistry and metaphysics.
Sick.
Well,
I love.
We should do the X-Men film series.
I love liberal arts programs. Okay. Well,
we probably shouldn't.
The thing is, right, we don't have to specify.
We don't.
What we think about this subjectively, because we have a science-based system. It's called the SCUM system. It stands for SMARM: cultural insensitivity, unprovoked violence, and misogyny. On a scale of 0 to 7, how smarmy is Die Hard 4.0?
In all the wrong places.
Yeah.
Like punitively smarmy. It doesn't even have any good lines after. He shoots a guy out of a fucking like wall using a fire extinguisher, and he doesn't say anything cool. He just goes like, that was loud. It's like clang.
You're right. It failed. It's trying to be smarmy and isn't very good.
Yeah, I agree.
But I want to mark it up for that.
Yeah.
Same.
Attempted smart. You get put in jail for attempted murder.
That's true. Mm-hmm. So fine, 8.
8?
Yeah, okay,
cool.
Fine.
I was out of bullets.
Cultural insensitivity.
Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Coming to this after the bicycle thieves.
I
cultural insensitivity.
Sorry for Mackie Q that she had to deal with this shit.
It was so bad.
You notice how, like, for instance, say Tomorrow Never Dies, right? Has an Asian actress in it and notably did not do any of this. And when it did, it put it in the mouth of the antagonist. It had the novel idea of making the bad guy the racist instead of the good guy. He was supposed
John's
to like
more racist than the villain.
Yes, no, he is
significantly.
He is. Yeah, the villain is running like a fucking colorblind like employment system here. He's completely just on merit, pure merit.
This has got to be
John
like
McClane,
Ace as
racist.
well, right? Like it's got to be.
Yeah.
Like
I think. What else has been 8?
It's like the specific confluence of racism and misogyny as well.
Yeah.
Like it's like the phrase skinny Asian bitch, I think it was.
The fact that he calls her a ninja?
Yeah.
Put it up there. Yeah. Johnny English Reborn, Octopussy.
This is like, it's like Austin Powers 2 level. Like, this is not acceptable. Yeah.
This is as racist as Octopussy. So 8 again.
Definitely.
Unprovoked violence.
He does kill that guy, but they made it so he didn't actually do it in the movie.
Yeah,
and I guess it's canon
we
that
can't
he didn't.
fault it for that. He didn't. Yeah.
So like they really used the like my daughter thing to justify John McClane getting a lot more violent. And Die Hard movies were always violent. He always killed people. He always killed people in ways that was kind of, as far as the movie experience went, kind of sadistic. Part of the like kind of joy of Die Hard is watching Alan Rickman get thrown out of a skyscraper window, right? But like in this case, a lot of it's more perfunctory in ways that sort of we haven't really mentioned. Like when he hijacks the truck, right? He just fucking shoots the guy, right?
Yeah,
and throws him onto the tarmac.
Yeah, he was unarmed.
Like there are multiple scenes, even in the previous Die Hard, where he'll like get someone out of a truck with his gun. Like he doesn't He's not just killing.
Dev, he does do that.
Yeah, like in the tunnel.
Yeah.
I think as well that like the moment where part of Justin Long acquiring real masculinity is killing a man. I know
It's
that guy
bad.
was armed, so that was provoked, but I feel like we need to give that some points somewhere. And this seems like the best category to give it points on.
Absolutely.
Like
It's not fully up there in the Rambo zone, but I think it's got to be pretty high. Yeah, I would say 5.
5?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And then misogyny. Jesus fucking
Oh,
Christ.
well, fortunately, it'll
hell.
be rescued by this score.
Well,
10.
so yeah, there's several kinds of women. It turns out there's the kind that knows kung fu shit, who will be killed. There's your daughter, who is kind of your property, and then there's your ex-wife (brackets not appearing in this movie).
So there's 2 kinds of women: the kind that you kill and the kind that you must protect.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
pretty
would
much.
you believe that it comes down on racial grounds?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like it's you've got to sexualize the violence against them. Oh, fucking hell, like
8.
It's really
gross.
bad. Let's give this
8
guy a
again?
bad score. Fuck
8
you,
again?
Die Hard 4.0.
Okay, fuck. I've had a lot to drink. I can try and do math. Right, so it's 8,
Okay.
All right.
16.
The Kill James Bond work Christmas drinks that happen
Okay.
while you're at
Yeah,
work.
while we're working. Yeah.
Okay, that gives it a total score of 29, which is
29.
pretty fucking bad. Let me go back and see if I can find it. Die Hard 3 was 19, so we're significantly worse than that.
That tracks.
The worst
It
one
worse.
is still Rambo 4 at 36.
I think that's a useful comparison.
It is. Die Hard 2 was 18. Die Hard
Wow.
1 was 14, so they are getting worse, and this is a sharp increase.
I think the really instructive thing to compare this to is when we do Taken.
Yeah.
Then I think that's worth comparing to, and remind me of that. However, as you say, we got one more Christmas Die Hard in us.
There's another.
Live free or
No.
die hard.
That's actually this one. It's a good
Fuck.
day to die hard.
God
yeah,
damn
they
it.
name all
Okay.
these fucking movies.
Mhm.
They name all fucking
well,
stupid.
This was either Live Free or Die Hard, or Die Hard 4.0.
This was Die Hard 4.0.
The previous was Die Hard with a Vengeance. This one's Live Free or Die Hard. The next is A Good Day to Die Hard. Cool.
Is this the? Are we gonna enter the sincerity zone? Is this our Christmas episode?
It comes out on the 19th. We can give it if we want.
I think that's fair.
The next one comes out on the 26th.
Yeah, I feel very positively about not this movie, but this podcast.
Cue
of course,
Silent Night.
it is an
Mhm.
absolute pleasure. It is an honor and a privilege to get to do this somehow for a living
Yeah, that's
with
crazy.
my friends
Yeah.
who are also absolute delights to work with. It
Yeah.
has been just astounding. The fact that it's been going for 4 years?
Yeah.
How the fuck did we make that happen?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Well, the answer is we didn't. You did, listener,
Yeah,
right?
listener, you did.
By dint of your faithful support, we were able to talk absolute shit about films for 4 years of our lives. You have had like an advanced degree in film studies off of this, but only bad films, crucially.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's a good one. But still,
I feel looking forward to the end of 2026. I feel bad about the world, but I feel good about Kill James Bond. I feel like we're still going to be here. We're going to get to A Good Day to Die Hard.
yeah, listen, we're going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be doing this around a barrel full of like burning cardboard if we have to.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whatever kind of form that takes, because this is too much fun to stop doing.
Yeah, it's a load-bearing pillar of my fucking mental health.
Absolutely, mine too.
Yeah, it's a low-bearing pillar of my financial life, actually.
That as well. Yeah, it's a load-bearing pillar of my landlord's financial health as well. So, shout out to all of you for supporting financially my landlord.
Various landlords.
I tell you what, listeners, I'm going to be spending, hopefully going to be spending quite a bit of next year in undisclosed location doing undisclosed acting work.
Disputed island between Russia and Japan.
Technically, yeah. But yeah, but I'm gonna keep doing this fucking podcast from the dimension I'll be in. So because it's great, because I love it.
I do love that. Like a large amount of season 1 of Kill James Bond was recorded with you in Romania.
That's true.
That's
I
true.
got to hear a lot about Street Cats, and I had a wonderful time with that.
So we're gonna undisclose a lot of details about your location.
We'll disclose it.
Mm.
We'll disclose the vague details about the location. Whatever. The first 3 digits of the latitude and longitude.
Yeah, but of course we, and I'm sure all the listeners, wish you every success and sort of like possible pleasure and relaxation in sunny, undisclosed location.
You said that in your Christmas card. It made me very happy.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, we hope that you, the listener, have a fantastic Christmas, a fantastic holiday season.
Listener.
Merry
Christmas, listeners, and happy holidays if you celebrate some other kind of religion. But as I think we've been very clear over the course of 2025, this is a Christian podcast.
Very Christian.
This is an extremely Christian.
Wait, no, that's the other one. It's the other one.
I'm going to make you all watch Andrei Rublev again.
No Protestant bullshit.
Tradcast podcast only. Remember when the Pope had lunch with 3 transgender women? 2 of them were us.
Pretty good. Yeah, we've convinced him. He's getting woker and woker.
I'd love to have lunch with the Pope. I got some questions for that guy. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Genuinely,
it's not a Christian podcast. So that's a joke.
We got to record another podcast.
We do, and we're gonna get drunker to do it. So please look forward to, I guess, on Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
Diamonds are forever with no notes.
Jesus fucking Christ, Doug.
And we're all drunk.
Baha.
Yeah,
and I think I can get it most of that. I think I could spit it all out.
Okay.
See you in a week's time.
It's
beautiful
very experimental.
Listeners.
Have a beautiful week and indeed holiday. And we'll see you very soon. Thank you so much.
Goodbye. Love you all dearly. Thank you for supporting the show. Mwah, mwah,
yes.
mwah, mwah. Thank you for listening to yet another episode of Kill James Bond. And we're well and truly into the end year celebrations. This episode on the free feed. Next episode, also on the free feed, is going to be Diamonds Are Forever with no notes. We recorded it directly after recording this one, so the level of inebriation continues and compounds, one might even say. And then the week after that, also on the free feed, is going to be a quick Q&A. We'll send the Qs out just after Christmas. And then we'll air them just before the new year, and you'll hear them on, let's say, the 2nd of January. But we would not even exist without the love and support of our beautiful Patreon supporters, and that's all of you. If you give £5 or anything other than that. As always, £5 is the only tier that gets you anything. It gets you the show. You've got everything. Anything higher than that is just if you want to kick in a little extra to help us keep the lights on. And speaking of some of those beautiful people who have kicked in a little extra, it's a cost of living crisis. You can choose how much you want to give us. Please don't stretch yourself if things are hard. And if things are properly difficult, just stop paying for the Patreon. Just give it a couple of months, pay for like 1 month, download the whole backlog, pay for 1 month when you can afford it again. Please don't worry. But special thanks, as always, to those who do choose to go above and beyond, to our £15 and above patrons, and those are Lo Bjornsdotter, Freya Aloysius, Candy Fox, No Name, Gustavo Lira, Elspeth Hunt refused to give up on Halloween, it's true, Jordan Gammy, Nick Boris, Frankenstein, Hannah Oberhart, joining the war on Christmas on the side of communism, George Rohack, Canada will remember Devon's promise to serve in any land war against a criminal American empire. It might not be Canada, that's all I'm saying. Yarrick, thank you for thank you for explaining the KJB Vault t-shirt situation. No problem, I'm an open book. You just have to change your username to it and give me £15. Melody Morrow Gonzalez, Live Free or Cry, Labor Delenda Est, Help, I'm stuck in the credits. Worm Like a Devil, Kill James Bond Highlights, Library Hitman, Saiga, Giganta 0234, Max Gemainhardt, Joseph Soche, The Project, Trip, Jack Drummond, Arashi of Ordo 3, Vinifera, Chelsea Rose, Cosmic Parking Lot, The Grungler, Robinson Projection, Pup-napped puppy princess Reese with a Louis Vuitton collar, Rhododendron, K may be okay, Athena V, Danielle has finally figured out how to change her display name, wonderful, you can now ask me things, as stated, Molly Power Slay, nice, Ashley, full name time, penile sparing vaginoplasty, committing to the bit is too much work, Arizona Frog Strangler, Annie Ruby, some sort of silly Canadian creature, Anhedonia Staz, Silly Vixen, Lady Houndstooth, Science Daddy, Robert De Niro in heat, and I'm not apologizing, Claire, Tim Welsh, Cakerden, Kill James Bond is November, Abigail, and Devon. Our producer is the wonderful Mr. Chris Roth. Maeve Victoria Roth turned in her badge and laptop. Gender Swap Podcast, my best friend Parasocial Butterfly, Crush Hazard, Ray, Anya Top, Joyous Uwu, Vita Braver, Liz Rossi, Gay Rad, Kill James Bond is Abigail November. Stop it. Claire Baker, Saturday's Claire, Shannon, you have just slightly impressed me. Be proud of this. Finn Ross, Cayenne Belladonna, Defiant Gender Disaster, Devon needs to stop being so sexy, Krista Swisher, Meat Popsicle, Daniel, Britain, Commander Freddy, April, Disposable Lesbian, Slut Kevin, just get a 50-pack of Aprils from the fucking dispensary. Envious NB, Mortran, Elite Erin, there's like a hole in the wall that you used to put your Aprils into, and it turns out they just like fall into the side of the house, like no one actually thought about what to do with that, but there's just Aprils in like most old houses now, just all piled up in the kitchen, just all piled up in the bathroom walls. Where'd I get to? Elite Erin, Anya Shenanigans, Clairvoyance, Rope Trick, Clarification, Lady Ariane, Delta Echo Victor, Alex, Isopod Gal, Casquatch, Obsidian Polymer, Sengshen, Liz and Ash at the University of Florida, Walscott, Noblesse Oblahite, John 2089, Witch Hazel, Josh Simmons, Mega B, Loz Pycock, Mistress Angela, Alis, The Duck Whisperer, Zoe Shepard, Philippa is still catching up with KJB, Cassandra, Wolfie is normal, Misidentified Lemon, Talkative Tiger, Carriad, Al Irving, Emily Queen of Sloths, Robert Greensmith, Turfseed Shit and Die Alone, Abigail, Magpie, Charlotte with a D, Small Twink Energy, Lauren Baston, Meryl is not a vampire, but she may be in love, Valeria Saturnalia, Festive Lesbian Bog Witch, Armored Contempt, and Tiny Lily. Thank you all so much for your support. Kill James Bond is November, Abigail and Devon. Our producer is the wonderful Mr. Nate Day. Our podcast art is by Matty Luchansky. And our website is by Tom Allen. And I'll see you next time.